What makes you think you can't change the world? One guy ate a bat and you see where we are now. To build a house, you need hundreds of man-hours and knowledge of carpentry, plumbing, electrical, painting, and so on. To destroy a house you need a match and 20 minutes. Many of us will eventually get COVID, but one guy got it right off the bat. There's no proof it was a bat. It could have been a pangolin or any other number of animals found in the wet markets. Crab were worthless crab. It's not just change, but rather trying for good change. It's easier to cause destruction or loss than it is to improve the world, especially when you don't care about consequences. That's not what happened. Woman facepalming light skin tone. It is purely random that his action led to this outcome. It is highly doubtful that if someone wanted to make a virus and bring the world to a halt that it would actually happen so easily. You can always go back and say, well, it was easy, when in reality it was just random. Well, your father dated your mum, and look where we are now. I caught some fish the other day that I gave to some friends. Now I'm freaking out. I could have destroyed the world. I blame the bat for getting caught. Tears of joy. I don't wanna eat a bat though. It is because it's easier to destroy than it is to create. Sure, some can change the world but not all have the potential. Let's say, me. A student with average grades, not much talent, if at all. Now let's take another X, an average Joe. He is a corporate worker with a 4 or 5 digit income. He may not be the best employee but he is also not the worst. The middle people do not often cause major things. Most of the time it's someone with great potential like a once-in-a-generation prodigy, be it for good or bad. Either that or it's luck. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Give a man a poisoned fish and you feed him for a lifetime. He was just hungry and now there's a pandemic, the forbidden snack. I thought he had fucked the bat, and then a pangolin. Tears of joy, tears of joy, tears of joy, rolling on the floor laughing tears of joy. I like this guy's comedy. We need more dark humor, especially during these times. But I'm tired. For every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Plenty of individuals have changed the world. It might be a butterfly effect sort of thing. If this didn't happen, perhaps another disaster could destroy the world. People see me as a kid and define age as a boundary for growth and intelligence, so that's what holds me back the most. I thought it was a woman. I ate a bottle Nutella, and I am still fat and ugly. A man can change the world with a bullet in the right place. Pretty sure it was a wild snake, but whatever. Damn. Thanks, Ozzy. I don't eat bats. I live in a city that protests 100 days straight and my country doesn't give a shit like most of the people. Who said he ate it? You idiots still think it came from the wet market. SMH. All of the knowledge we have, up to its most intricate details, all come from people who were just really curious. Looking back, our ancestors discovering fire, and now we're going up the space and colonizing Mars. I can't tell if this is a joke or as people actually still believe that COVID started from someone eating a bat. You had me pondering the ways Ozzy changed the world. Negative outcomes. One guy can do a hell of a lot. Positive outcomes. One guy can't do much really. I don't believe the bat story one bit. It's too convenient. It's easier to take the world down than build the world up. U equals fuck twaddle. Are we just completely off the theory that this was man-made at this point? I don't buy the wet market story. I thought he fucked the bat. Thinking face. The guy ate a bat was essentially just a conspiracy or joke that someone made about it. I think researchers said that while live bats were carrying it originally, it is most probable that those bats who were infected transferred the virus to regular animals like poultry and pork when they were being warehoused and transported, and when these animals' meats were then sold in a market under less than ideal hygiene conditions, the virus started spreading naturally. So in probability, it was more likely someone eating a chicken that started it, and not a bat. Edit. I lived in China for 10 years, so I know that eating bats is not really something that takes place there. Visited a ton of these markets, and the most common live animals sold there were chickens. I'm a kid, so adults rarely listen to my ideas, even though one half the time my ideas are the right ones. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Rent that man the equipment, you'll eat for a lifetime. Sell the man the equipment for a premium, buy more and get another guy. Seems like our unintentional actions are more likely to change the world than our ones intended to do so. If anything, that's really fucking scary. But it was China that deliberately allowed the virus to spread. You blame the guy who ate the bat even though it was quite clearly the guy who cooked the bat who fucked up. Edit. I can honestly say that when I posted this comment I truly did not expect it to get this out of hand. Thanks for the laughs everyone. Asterisk, no, Alfred, I didn't eat the bat to enhance my bat senses. Asterisk. I think some dude made it in the P4 Wuhan lab and probably blame it on the bats. He didn't really eat it, it's something else. That's kinda racist. Entropy's a bitch. Of course it's even worse if the people supposed to put it out say dumb shit like, asterisk, it's just one flame coming in, we have it under control, asterisk asterisk, I think we're doing a really good job in this house at keeping the flames down, asterisk asterisk, one day, it's like a miracle, it will disappear, asterisk asterisk, I don't think they'll be mandatory, because some people don't want to do that. But if the firefighters wanted, as an example, on the masks, if they wanted to wear them, they can, asterisk. Asterisk, the fire affects virtually nobody, asterisk asterisk, don't be afraid of the fire, asterisk. So what you're saying is that I should have roasted that bat for longer. Or 2 matches and 10 minutes. Or a green bomb with 4 legs. I think he banged it. Know why it's called the novel coronavirus? It's a long story. Are you China be funny? I prefer give a man a fire and you keep him warm for a night. Set a man on fire and you keep him warm for the rest of his life. Is that a sushi chef's mantra when serving fugu? Both can most likely be solved by not eating a bottle of Nutella, though. But didn't see all those thin active kids in the commercial. And it has nuts, that makes it healthy. You're not supposed to eat the bottle, just the contents. It's easier to create than destroy. But you'd be shocked how much one person can do in the right place. There are people today who are alive because my wife talked them out of committing suicide. There are young adults out there who've avoided prison because of my help. There are families that are closer and kids not doing drugs. It may not be storybook save the world stuff, but those impacts live on. One life saved as 20 family members and friends whose lives weren't upended. It's years of someone who was helped taking the time to help others because of one good example. If you put yourself into the position to be kind to people that don't have much, your impact will be felt in your community and eventually the world as a whole. Kindness matters. Educators, therapists, social workers, EMTs, doctors, nurses. Their impact is immeasurable. Bold of you to assume it was cooked. Did someone actually eat a bat? An article one read a while ago admittedly said there were quite a few different theories as to how it started, none of them definitive. Weren't there even reports that it was possibly found in Europe much earlier than first reported even in China? Nah, I blame his ancestors. Every action they made lead up to his existence. Even more likely it was the person who butchered the bat. The cross-species jump is usually blood to blood. Poor bats. Source. Listening to experts on The Infinite Monkey Cage, love that show. He should have cooked it longer. I thought it was the guy eating a bat whilst fucking a pangolin. It's not his fault. You didn't see the way the bat was looking at him that night. It gets lonely up in the forest of Yunnan. The patient zero can be very accurately tracked back to the Wuhan region of China. As someone else already stated, there are different strands of the virus, but this one was, if I remember correctly, identified in pangolins. From there it moved over to bats and eventually adapted to humans. All of this can only take place if all 3 of those species spend a lot of time in close vicinity, which the live markets in Wuhan and surrounding region just happened to guarantee. It might have happened differently, but it did not start in Europe or even outside PF Asia in general. Yes, no one had to have eaten a bat. The more likely cause is from a surface that had bat guano on it coming into contact with human food without being properly cleaned. The fish market is the likeliest epicenter. Yeah, this bat stuff is just a convenient coat rack for casual racists to hang their prejudice on. COVID has been around, but there's different strands of the virus. One just happened to be worse than the other. It's connected to the SARS outbreak in 2003. The 19 is because this one was identified in 2019 in Wuhan, China. I heard it came from a lab. Is this an Ozzy Osbourne reference? I mean, I'm pretty sure some dude did eat a bat, but that isn't where this came from. I think we need answers from UN. Pretty sure we've ruled out pangolin actually. But it's probably not eating bats either. People in the region in question just live close to bat caves and use guano as fertilizer, so they've come in contact with bats and bat SARS. Okay, no. I thought for a while they were joking, but this is getting out of hand. ***, some guy didn't eat a bat. ***. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Thanks for watching. See you later.